The cream of Europe's drivers are here. The winner, any one of a dozen drivers in any one of 3 or 4 different makes of car.
But the man everyone will be watching is Ford's Timo Makinen, winner for the past 2 years and on for a hat-trick. Only one other driver's done that in 15 years. How are his chances rated by Ford Motorsport boss Stuart Turner?
I'd love to see Timo pull it off, because I was associated with Eric Carlson. I think Timo's taken over from Eric as the big man of rallying, the man of stature. It'd be a marvellous thing for rallying for Timo to pull it off, but to win this rally now 3 years running, that's one hell of a task. I'd like to think so, but really it's too much.
Timo Makinen leads the field away from the York start. Right behind him is perhaps the hottest favourite, Bjorn Voldegaard in the Lancia Stratos, the most powerful car in the rally, and in the hands of Voldegaard, a very dangerous opponent. There are only 3 British drivers seeded in the top 20, and out of the top 10, 7 are Scandinavians. How does number 6, Roger Clark, see the British entry's chances?
I think the RAC Championship for the last 2 or 3 years has been very, very good and brought on an awful lot of good British drivers, and I think you might see some very good performances, especially if the weather stays reasonable.
The rally is won or lost on the 72 special stages, 14 of them on the first day, and among them Harwood and Oliver's Mount. Roger Clark is clearly determined to repeat his 1972 win. Voldegaard Stratos looking and sounding like a potential winner. Stig Blomqvist Saab, a menacing combination which won the rally in 1971 and came close to doing so last year. A young Finn tipped for top international honours, Ari Vatanen's Escort kept in the top 10 throughout the first day, but was to crash early on Sunday. Billy Coleman chasing vital points to clinch his 2nd British Rally Championship as well as RAC honours. Russell Brooks, one of the most promising British drivers and already looking impressive in his Escort. And perhaps not quite so impressive, Sandro Munari in the 2nd Works Lancia Stratos. Munari is a past Monte Carlo rally winner for Lancia, and the Stratos is one of the fastest rally cars in the field. But he just was not at home on this stage. Walter Rowe's Opel, a fast, efficient combination, which was to hold 3rd place. Timo Makinen was running well down the field on the opening stages. Had he hit trouble?
Some push gone from brake pedal. The brake pedal was a bit loose. Nothing else.
That's it? Roger Clark had his problems, though.
After Oliver's Mount at Scarborough, we had a brake problem, and it's dropped us back quite a bit, I'm afraid.
Yeah. A big rock had jammed the handbrake on, slowing the car, and in less than ideal conditions, the Ford service crew set to, sorting out the damage against time and a cold, dark night. At times like this, the mechanics really need to keep their cool. Timo Makinen sounds cheerful, even in finish.
Just pump it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's coming through, all right. Down.
All right, car's all right? Yes.
Blidworth, a typical forest stage early on Sunday, day 2 of the rally. Driving the Datsun is Harry Schalstrom, winner in 1969 and 70, but so far unhappy with his performance on the early tarmac stages. Baltic, Blomqvist's Saab shows signs of the furious pace. Body damage from a roll, and incredibly it cost him only 25 seconds. Tony Pond's Opel going well among the leaders. A very neat start which has brought Pond acclaim this year. Monari Stratos, but what about his teammate Voldegaard? Voldegaard's had a problem too, hasn't he?
Voldegaard's had a drive shaft problem, so I hear, yeah.
That's brought a smile to your face. Voldegaard's problem puts Clark one place higher up in the field, and Makinen moves into the lead. A bigger crowd at Longleat than the Lions ever see. Voldegaard's battered Stratos, or what's left of it. He completes the stage, but he's lost any chance of success. But not so Blomqvist, whose pursuit of Makinen seems more determined than ever. Having the drive of his life, an enthusiastic Russell Brooks is really challenging the top men for the lead. But he suffers a temporary hitch at this one. Third in the rally at Longleat is German ace Walter Röhrl, but he too is soon to suffer retirement. Munari, it really isn't his rally. No, it is. Monday morning, a very wet Wales. Up among the leaders comes young Tony Foulkes, another of the British outsiders who are making such a mark in this rally. Tony Pond, still within striking distance. Clocainog Forest in North Wales. And that punctured rear tyre could affect Russell Brooks' chances. He's very close now to Roger Clark, who's only too well aware of the threat. Still in front is Timo Makinen, but his lead is far from secure. Blomqvist is hard on his heels. He's just not prepared to stay second. Billy Coleman wants more than just championship points, and he's up with the front runners too. Park, Manchester. Real Manchester weather. Russell Brooks looks to be thriving on it, and it hasn't put the crowd off either. Greystoke Forest in the Lake District, and those spectators need to mind their backs. If you enjoyed that, watch Clark. Makinen is still holding his lead over Blomqvist's battling Saab. Blomqvist is giving it all he's got in skill and experience, but he can make no real impression on Makinen's slender but adequate lead. Roger Clark is grimly determined. He's still third and he doesn't want to leave it at that. It's headlights on again as the cars head for the Carlisle Control and the last night of the rally. Makinen snatches a quick sleep at Carlisle, unmoved by mechanics' activity and seemingly oblivious to the criticisms voiced before the rally that on present form he stood no chance of winning. But by Wednesday morning, the reports from Scotland put that hat-trick in doubt. Makinen has holed his sump and is losing oil. Brooks, after his brilliant drive, is out, and the rough Kielder stages have taken a heavy toll of the rest of the field. No one quite knows who'll make it in the final dash home. Coleman powers his way through the last stage of the rally, heading for a fine 6th place. Norwegian champion Erik Aalby has forced his Escort into 5th place, just behind Tony Pond's Opel. And the dark horse of the rally, Tony Folkes, takes a remarkable 3rd place to crush the suggestion that Britain has no promising young drivers. Clark, knowing Makinen's problems, puts in a furious last-minute challenge for 1st place, driving right to the limit. But at last, Makinen appears, taking that final stage comfortably in his stride and with no outward hint of any problems. It's a brilliant hat-trick for the veteran Finn, and a typically uncompromising answer to all those who said that Makinen was over the hill and didn't stand a chance.